Listen, we got a couple super chats. Or a couple chats that I got to read here for you. First of all, Yambag Jones, longtime friend of the show and one of my dear close personal friends. Rick and Hulk would have been the Space Mountain Pythons, dude. The Space Mountain Pythons. So there you go. Tim Angston. What do you think of that tag team name?
Yambag, try not to speak. Next.
Rick, Tim Angston says, I think it would have been a bit awkward, but you could have had Hogan and Flair versus Sting and Savage.
Yeah, it had to make sense. I go back to one of my rules. It has to make sense. And with those four guys, the only thing it really would have taken to make sense is just have a clash of the egos.
Yeah, because the ring's full of them at that point.
You know, that's your angle. They all want to be the number one guy. And it wouldn't have to be good guys or bad guys, just something that makes sense.
Yambag says it's just too bad that Big Bubba Rogers couldn't catch Cornette coming off that scaffolding.
Did it occur to anybody that he didn't try?
He just watched him drop and kind of chuckled to himself.
When Bubba got in that ring and looked at how the actual height was, and Jimmy was maybe 250, he said there was a switch that went off, whether he knew it or didn't know it. I'm just going to get out of the way. I got a family. And that's what happened, brother.
Oh God, that's so good. That popped me. DJ Dark says Hogan Flair versus Savage and Sting. Take my money now. So he's a big fan of that matchup too. Man, the chat coming through. Bailey 03 says Big Bubba had hands of steel with Jim Cornette tumbling down. He sure did. He wasn't catching that guy. Jim Cornette fell off that scaffolding like a rocket. I mean, that was like a rock coming down.
Well, you jump off a cliff, it's a pretty quick trip, and I want to say, would it have been as much as 15 to 20 feet? What that drop would have been?
It had, I think, at least 15 feet, if not more. I don't have the exact schematics. I'm sure Andrew Hermes has his ruler out or already knows it in his Wikipedia. I don't know.
It was a long way.
It was a long way.
And as we know, you can hit the ropes and do like Hogan's finish, jump up in the air and drop a leg across somebody. If you hit kind of on your hip a little bit, you can get hurt just off that. Now add 15 feet in height from that. Jimmy, when he landed, both feet were perfectly out in front of him. You don't think that did some damage?
Oh, God, I can't imagine.
Human body just do not bend that way.
No, not at all. Well, we'll move on. Some good stuff from the live audience here. Good shit.